call, please transfer Beck's assimilated cell data over to my terminal. I want to begin my analysis and see if I can isolate the root of the malfunction.
Many were ecstatic at the announcement of Mighty No. 9 as it served as the spiritual successor to Mega Man. Now that the game has finally been delivered after numerous delays, it seems like most are disappointed with the end product. While Mighty No. 9 certainly suffers from an uninteresting art style and some questionable level design, I'm here to tell you that this throwback platformer is still worth your time.
Beck! Phew! Am ice glad to see you.
Mighty No. 9 unabashedly wears its Mega Man inspiration on its sleeve as you jump, dash, and shoot your way through 8 levels with robot bosses waiting for you at the end of each. Once each boss is defeated, you'll then gain their powers to use for yourself in typical Mega Man fashion. Unfortunately, each level varies wildly in quality. You'll have one level that has a nice flow to it, but then have another with instant deaths you'll never see coming unless you've played the level before. The Countershade level in particular is poorly designed in my opinion. The idea is that you're chasing him back and forth throughout the level, but if you die once before the boss fight, you have to play the entire level again from the very beginning. It's frustrating, not fun, and will make you want to turn the game off immediately. Thankfully, the controls are excellent and arguably Mighty No. 9's strongest aspect. Shooting, jumping, and dashing all feel great. Your jumps, shots, and dashes all respond the way you expect them to. What gives Mighty No. 9 a nice flow is its absorption mechanic. Essentially, after you've shot an enemy enough times, they'll glow a certain color, each of which is tied to a particular bonus. Once you dash through a glowing enemy, you'll then be given a temporary bonus, such as a speed boost or an armor bonus. Mighty No. 9 shines brightest when the levels are well designed with this mechanic in mind. It feels so good to zoom through enemies and hop around platforms. Some levels, however, rely on this mechanic a bit too much, and if you don't have a certain power-up at the right time, it can lead to some frustrating deaths. Thankfully, these instances are in short supply. Mighty No. 9 also features a few extra modes like Boss Rush and challenges that provide a bit of extra bang for your buck. None of these modes stand out in any major way, but are still fun to try once you've completed the main game. From a visual perspective, Mighty No. 9 leaves a lot to be desired. There's a hint of something great with certain boss and armor designs, but the package on a whole is simply bland. The concept art seemed to hint at a cool style, but it clearly did not come together in the end. Inti Creates may have painted themselves into a corner by developing Mighty No. 9 for such a wide array of platforms from the 3DS to the PS4. In any event, it's a bit of a head-scratcher that the same developer that's working on the visually dazzling Bloodstained could release something that looks as uninteresting as Mighty No. 9. The soundtrack is a serviceable slew of upbeat synth pop tracks. Nothing too excellent nor offensive, but they fit the vibe of the game well. In hindsight, voice acting seemed like a complete waste of time and resources. None of the performances or story bits really add anything to the game, and in fact, detract from the experience more often than not. Inti Create seem like they have their hearts in the right place with Mighty No. 9, but clearly stretch themselves too thin across too many versions of the game. The core mechanics are solid and even excellent at times, but the level design and art styles needed some major refinements. If you're a fan of the Mega Man series, I genuinely recommend this game. For only $20 digitally, you'll certainly get plenty of content and a hearty challenge. I honestly hope Mighty No. 9 gets a shot at a sequel, as there's certainly loads of potential to be unearthed.